I'm a very busy person. I'm involved with Christian schools with my full-time work. I have 4, now 5 children, 1 on the way.
My current position, I'm an area business director for a pharmaceutical company. I manage 100 people.
I'm presently an associate pastor, so I'm thinking about some options.
Could I really do this? Could I do it academically? Could I do it financially? Could I do it from a time perspective?
We find that we have so many things we have to balance. We have our families, we have our careers, we have personal things that come up all the time. But I would like to encourage you that this program, more than any other program, makes it flexible and makes it conducive to those of us who are in those situations.
There are people who are in education running schools. There are people who are running nonprofit organizations or working in nonprofit organizations. We have a couple of gentlemen who are business owners, married and unmarried and children and no children, and it runs the gamut.
Also, the nature of the program, being a cohort model and being a lot of it online, was very attractive to me.
I was surprised at how fast this group of people who didn't know each other coming in have just gelled as a group. We learn from each other.
In building relationships with the fellow scholars and students and wrestling with issues and working through challenges and really feeling in partnership with others. It'd be a completely different experience if I were independent and feeling alone in the process.
During the semester, you don't have to be here and you can do things online.
I'm traveling and I'm halfway across the country and I don't have to arrive at a certain place at a certain time. I can log in from Dallas, Texas, or I can log in from San Francisco, California, and I have done those things.
There's definitely changes you have to make in your lifestyle, but I think they are manageable changes. Cutting out ESPN has really helped in my life.
But I found that Eastern's program's possible, even in the busiest of lives.
It's very, very clear. You never have to wonder, what should I be doing now? It's very, very well laid out.
I have 3 boys, so each night I put them to sleep around 9:30, and I will use that time to do reading. I think being just a little bit intentional and disciplined about the time that I do have free, and use that time for reading. At the beginning, it's a bigger adjustment, but as the semesters have gone along, I found that it's been a lot easier. I think you kind of get into this rhythm that helps you to manage your time.
The year is really planned out, so there aren't any surprises. I mean, I know far in advance the dates that the residency is going to be, you know, that it starts Wednesday night with dinner, so I'm really looking at Thursday and Friday, and then, you know, the Saturday. So I can plan out my calendar far in advance, and I use some of my vacation days that my company offers me to allow me to be away from work on those days. And my husband and I sat down and talked about it. It's important enough that both of us said we're both making the commitment to getting me through this doctoral program. Sunday is, you know, our time together, you know, church and otherwise. But now that may mean I have to work all day on Saturday studying, and we both just agreed to that ahead of time. And it works very well. I have a little office upstairs. I've been able to, like, you know, put my computer, I have my little workstation, and I brought a card table up to put all my books on so I can be all organized and lay all this stuff out.
The difference is I'm getting up earlier, so redeeming time. Instead of getting up at 7, it's at 5, so that I have some hours to work at school. Again, we have children, and one of my commitments was I didn't want our children to feel like dad's at school again. So it's looking for pockets of time that I can now create that don't take me excessively away from family. And my employer has also been very helpful in seeing this work as critical to my success in my job. So there's also degrees of flexibility to include my schoolwork in with my work. I think when I first came to school, I thought that the learning might be separate from actual everyday life, kind of something I do, not necessarily something that I become. But I'm becoming a different thinker, I'm becoming a different leader.
You're really learning theoretical, academic, but very relevant material.
It's a program to take you as a leader and make you more effective in leading your organization.
We can think about ways to improve and better our organizations and workplaces.
To really look at how does my faith impact my leadership? How does my leadership impact my faith?
I appreciate Eastern's commitment to raise up scholars who are truly kingdom thinking.
I just feel really enriched that I'm just growing as a person, that I'm just growing as to be a better leader and also to work with others better.
Eastern makes it possible for me to study within the context of my life.